navigating the waves and weather each day to bring home fresh catches. It's an incredibly demanding job, one that requires not only the ability to endure harsh weather conditions, but also a great deal of skill, experience, and a keen sense of the natural world. Not everyone knows that behind the fresh, fatty tuna, pristine cod, or vibrant grouper served in restaurants or found in supermarkets is undertaken a long journey to get there. What's interesting is that not all fish are caught the same way. Each species or 75 kilometers per hour. They never stop or they wouldn't survive. Some species, like the blackfin tuna, can live up to 40 years. But they are hunted due to their high value, sometimes worth more than a luxury sports car. Catching tuna is no easy task. Fishermen spend weeks at sea, facing storms, strong currents, and the unpredictable movements of the fish. All these factors make the job much harder than it seems, and that's why they must always be ready. Warm water currents are often a clear sign that there are plenty of tuna in the area. Based on this, the entire crew moves to the appropriate fishing grounds. They know that if they arrive at the right spot at the right time, the chances of a big catch are very high. When the boat arrives, the crew pays close attention to the surface of the ocean. Just seeing seabirds circling, water changing colour slightly, or unusual wave patterns indicates that there might be a to fish on a smaller and more selective scale, long lines with thousands of baited hooks are deployed for miles, attracting individual tuna. There's also a traditional method, hand fishing, where skilled fishermen battle those giants of it. For those who are adept at this craft, the rewards are immensely worthwhile. While the boat docks, workers quickly unfold the fish, some weighing over 1,000 pounds. They check the size, fat content, and colour of the flesh for classification. Fish that meet the standards are sent to high-end sushi restaurants, while the rest are loaded onto refrigerated trucks to be taken to processing plants. Everything must be done swiftly to maintain freshness, which is the most important factor of food. If tuna fishing is a race of speed between humans and the fastest fish in the ocean, then cod fishing demands endurance. It's not the raging waves or scorching sun, but the biting cold, deep seas and silent challenges found in icy waters. Cod fishing requires fishermen to venture out for long periods in cold waters ranging from 28 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, where waves can reach heights of up to 16 feet. They need large boats measuring 65 to 197 feet and refrigeration systems that maintain a temperature of 30 degrees Fahrenheit in order to preserve the fish. Each trip is a test of endurance, skill, and experience. Cod fishing areas are often located far from shore, ranging from several dozen to several hundred. As soon as the fish are brought on board, fishermen begin processing them to keep the fish fresh. The first step is to bleed the fish by making a small cut behind the gills. This helps keep the flesh white, clean, and less fishy. Then the fish are rinsed with cold seawater and placed in a tank with ice or frozen brine. On larger vessels, industrial refrigeration systems can maintain the fish at temperatures ranging from 28 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Some modern vessels even have processing lines on board. The fish are gutted, organs removed, sorted by size, and frozen immediately on site. This process helps reduce transportation time after docking, preserving the quality of the product. Every year, around 2 million tonnes of cod are caught globally, with the majority of the yield coming from the waters of the North Atlantic. The commercial value of cod exceeds $10 billion annually, with high demand driven by its nutritional properties and popularity in seafood dishes. The angler must accurately sense the moment the fish bites, then skillfully pull it up without breaking the line or allowing the fish to escape. If they pull up too quickly, the fish will jerk violently and could slip off the hook. Often, they may have to sit for hours just to catch a single large grouper. Grouper is one of the high-value fish species in the market, especially in regions like Southeast Asia and the United States. The global export value of grouper reached nearly $2 billion in 2020, with demand primarily coming from upscale restaurants and the Asian market, where live grouper is highly favoured. After patiently fishing for grouper near coral reefs, there is a bolder method of fishing: spear fishing. Instead of using rods or nets, fishermen dive into the water, track the fish, and accurately shoot them with a long spear. This normally has a sharp tip. Spearfishing is not for everyone, as it requires not only physical fitness, but also patience and quick reflexes. Fishermen using the spearfishing method typically use small, maneuverable boats, and they choose sunny days with little wave activity and clear water, as light and visibility are extremely important. If the water is murky, it becomes difficult for the fisher to see the fish, reducing their chances of catching them. Each fishing method, from hunting tuna in the open ocean, trolling for cod in cold waters, catching grouper near coral reefs, to the adventurous spearfishing, represents its own unique art. Each technique reflects the knowledge, skill, and connection of the fisherman to the sea. Even with machinery to assist, nothing can replace the experience, intuition, and resilience of those who work amidst strong winds, high waves, and uncertain livelihoods. Ensuring the continued development of the fishing industry, a large flounder bit the hook, and after 5 minutes of struggle, he successfully pulled this flounder, weighing around 140 pounds, onto the deck of the boat. This species is considered one of the coveted trophies for sports fishermen due to its impressive size and strength when being reeled in. This group of fishermen are working together to pull up a large grouper. They patiently sat for over 3 hours, waiting for just the right moment for this big grouper to bite the bait. Finally, after a tense struggle, the fish, nearly the size of a person, was brought up, and it ended up weighing nearly 95 pounds. And here's a bountiful catch. The boat tilted to one side under the enormous weight of this school of anchovies. In just one haul, tens of thousands of anchovies were scooped onto the deck, covering the entire net. This
changing lights, look at him. Oh, he's trying to pull away. Come here, you. Oh my God. Come on. Bull.
A swordfish can grow over 6.5 feet long and weigh over 300 pounds. It is one of the ocean's fastest warriors, and it was just pulled from the water. The moment this fisherman conquered it and hauled it onto the boat left everyone on edge, holding their breath. These two fishermen teamed up to catch a massive tuna, weighing around 440 pounds. After a tense struggle, they managed to haul the giant squid onto the boat. This cast landed them a huge payday.
Let's go! Oh yeah!
This fisherman hooked a massive grouper. With astonishing strength, it even pulled one of them towards the sea. But for this fisherman, it was definitely a successful trip.
Boat cutters are gone.
These two men were grappling with a giant catfish, measuring 8.4 feet and weighing 230 pounds. They struggled for over 15 minutes before finally hauling it onto the boat. This guy, even while surfing, has managed to catch a giant squid. It seems the squid was trying to latch onto his surfboard as he rode the waves. Its size left everyone in shock. One net haul brought up dozens of large tuna. Not every trip out to sea is lucky enough to catch tuna this big. A large crab pot was hauled up with a full haul of king crab. This trip offshore could be worth millions of dollars with king crabs this big and of this quality. This boat is using an automated and modern squid jigging system. Now they can catch hundreds of squid at once. A fishing trip like this could yield tons of squid.